The mind is like water. When it's turbulent, everything becomes difficult to see. But when it's calm, everything becomes clear. That's a powerful quote because we're going to learn about intuition today. We're going to talk about intuition today and how to develop it and what it does for us and stuff like that, and how just being calm clears the mind. So stay tuned. What's up, dreamers? Welcome back to my channel, Living the Dream, where we create our own reality through spirituality. You guys know the vibe, sending you love, light, energy, blessings, and positivity, man. So today in this video, like I said, we're going to be talking about the intuition, because the intuition is very, very powerful. The intuition is like our higher self. It's like our soul, the voice of our inner self. Because a lot of the time, there's so many distractions in the world. There's like the media, the news, Instagram, friends, family, so much different opinions going around. And when we're around all these people, we never get to calm our mind and hear our own truth and hear ourselves. And that's the most important thing, because we're always looking for answers somewhere. Like, how do we make it? How do we do certain things? But nobody has the answer for us. We have the key to our own success, the key to our own path. Everybody's path is different in life. So when we talk about the intuition, it's a very, very important thing, especially on your spiritual journey, that you learn to connect to your higher self. You learn to connect to your intuition. So like that quote in the beginning that I said about calming the mind is very powerful if you want to learn how to connect to your intuition. The best thing you can do is quiet your mind, meditation, nature walks, anything, working out, things that just kind of get your mind off of the outside world and the things going on in your life, the problems, and just gives you that chance to just hear your own thoughts. And when I started practicing meditation, when I started going for my nature walks and things like that, I really began to tell the difference between other people's voices and my voice. Because literally, have you guys ever had this happen to you guys where you're trying to sleep, or you're trying to meditate, or you're trying to just be still, and you keep hearing, like, I don't know, something you heard in a TV show, or you keep hearing the same song over and over in your head? That's because your mind is like in a loop. You know what I'm saying? It's like trying to like process all this new information, everything that it's heard for the day. It's trying to catch up, because we're so busy distracting ourselves all day that when we actually take the time to be still, then it gives our brain the time to process and kind of, when you have like a lot of tabs open on a computer, when you have too much things going on, the computer starts to slow down. And like that's the exact same thing that happens with our mind. If we don't ever allow it to just be still and kind of give us the time to process the information, then we're always going to be in this state of like distress. We're always going to have anxiety. We're always going to feel like lost. So the best thing, what I've learned to do is, especially when I go on my walk or when I just be still and quiet my mind, is you notice that time even slows down. Like, I always feel so rushed in a day. I don't know if you guys feel. You guys let me know in the comments. But in a day, sometimes you feel so rushed. You feel like you got to get up and you got to go start working. You got to start doing things, or else you're not being productive. But when you slow down and you really take the time to just be still, 5-10 minutes out of your day, 20 minutes out of your day, however long you want to meditate for. But when you do this, when you break out of that meditation, you realize there's no rush, and you actually have a better focus when you do this. Instead of trying to focus your brain on so many different tasks, now anything you do and you put your pure intention into, you are like 10 times better at it, because now you've quieted your mind, you've quieted all the distractions, and now you just have the one intention. And that's the power of our mind. That's the power of our intuition, because where focus goes, energy flows. So if we're putting our energy and our focus into so many different avenues and so many different things at once, it's hard to water all those seeds at one time, as if we were putting our intention to one thing and watching that grow at a rapid speed, because we're putting more focus and more intention into it. So following the intuition, ways that you can strengthen this is quieting the mind, meditation, going on walks, stillness, and taking the time by yourself to be alone and just hear your own thoughts, hear your own voice sometimes, because a lot of people are always on go mode and they don't stop until like they go to sleep, and then they wake up and continue the day and do the same thing. They don't have a moment to think. So allow yourself, especially in meditation, That's why it takes a good like 10 minutes to even get into that state, because like I said, your brain is trying to process everything and catch up on all these past events or things that you were watching, or like other people's words and stuff like that. So take the time, be still, be calm, and you'll get clarity. The intuition is so powerful because it's like our own voice. It's our GPS. It's our inner guidance. That's what the intuition is. We can literally ask ourselves any question and we already have the answer. We already know what to do. But a lot of us never take the time to listen. And I used to have a problem with that. I used to always be Googling how to do things. I used to go on YouTube and always try to find the right way to success, or the right way to live life, or have a good life path, or what's my life purpose. But when you stop asking the outer world and you go within, then you start to find the answers, and you have to really just take the time to listen. I have a story I want to share with you guys about a time that when I followed my intuition and it worked out for me, because it always does. But this is about 2 years ago when I was starting my spiritual journey, and I was learning so much information. I was learning so much things about like the third eye, about crystals, about chakras, about like the universe, just so much different things, about ancient Egypt, about just so much different things in the spiritual path that you guys obviously probably already know of. And I just wanted to share this with like so much people. I wanted to just tell the world. I wanted to tell everyone. And I noticed like I was trying to tell my friends, I was trying to tell my family, and they were looking at me like I'm crazy. And I noticed that like nobody really wanted to hear me, or nobody cared. And then I asked myself, okay, what should I do? Like, should I just stop talking to people about it because it's something I'm passionate about? And then my intuition told me just to start sharing with people who care about those topics. So I went on YouTube. I didn't know anything about YouTube at the time. I didn't know anything about recording. I didn't know anything about speaking really. I just know I like to talk about this topic. I was passionate about my spiritual awakening. So I followed my intuition. Something said, go on YouTube and just start a channel. So I started my channel, and it was like the biggest blessing in disguise, because I was able to express myself. I was able to share my passion. I was able to help others. And at first I was kind of nervous, because I was like, am I going to be relating to people? Can people relate to me? Am I just speaking nonsense? Is this all like made up in my head? But as I got on YouTube and I started to express my truth, I spoke my truth, and I kind of got to connect with other people. I started to get amazing feedback, people who could relate to me, people that had stories of themselves that they could share with me, So I knew that I wasn't alone on this journey. Like it was so cool, because your vibe attracts your tribe, So just being able to express myself and share my journey and share my passions with the world, that was something that I was afraid of, but my intuition was pulling me towards that. So I started to do it, and it has been, like I said, the biggest blessing. I've met so much new friends online. I met so much new friends out in my reality, in like the physical world, not even just online. I've literally got to express myself. I feel more complete. I feel like I have a purpose, and I love inspiring and helping others along their path too, because it's such a beautiful thing when somebody watches a video and they're like, wow, like, I can relate to this, or wow, like, thank you for this information. I needed to hear this. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even know the power of my voice, the power of sharing just my story and what I've learned and what I feel, So that was an amazing thing, especially coming on YouTube and following my intuition right there. And I'm pretty sure you guys have some stories about when you followed your intuition and how it helped you and just changed your life in many different ways. So if you guys do have a story, I would love to hear it. Put it down below in the comments, man. Shoot, like sharing is caring, like real talk. So yeah, the benefits of following your intuition is literally it's like your inner guidance, your GPS, like I've explained earlier. And the benefits of following your inner GPS is it takes you to where you want to go. Sometimes we kind of feel lost, and we kind of feel like, what's my purpose in this lifetime? But your soul already knows the answers. You already know where you're supposed to be, what you want to do. It's all encoded inside of you. And if you quiet the mind, you follow this intuition, you follow your higher self, you will follow the right path, and it will lead you to abundance in every avenue of your life. It will lead to happiness, to wealth, to friends, to relationships. It would just lead you to everywhere you want to go, your purpose. And then another powerful thing to know that you are following your intuition, if you ask yourself like, okay, how do I know that this is my intuition, is you will see some synchronicities. It's something that I've noticed. Like, I'll be thinking about something, like, for example, like I want to start a YouTube channel, and then, I don't know, I'd get a notification on my phone, and I'd pick it up, and it's like 11:11. Boom. And those are the times where I was starting to see these synchronicities a lot. I was starting to see 11:11 all the time. I was starting to see these numbers that were following me and these signs, you know. And I remember one time I was thinking about, like, what would my channel name be? Like, what would my brand be? Like, and I was thinking about it. Literally, in the moment I was thinking about it, I look up, and in the back of somebody's truck, it was like this, I don't even know what company it was. It was like some truck driver, but it just said, "Living the Dream." And I was like, I love that. Like, that just stood out to me. And I was just so amazed at the time. I was going through so many synchronicities that it just kind of happened for me, honestly. So literally, follow that intuition, follow your path. It will bring you to the highest of mountains. It will bring you to exactly where you want to go, where you want to be. And if you guys feel me on this video, you know, share it with somebody, like, subscribe. And I'm sending you guys an abundance of love, light, energy, blessings, and positivity. Stay tuned for the next video.